And we are live and I am late. I am 1 whole minute late. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Should I make an apology? But I can't sing the ukulele though. I can't do that. Anyway, hopefully you hear me properly. And Nagito is dead! He's dead! He died. Some bastard killed him and we are going to find him and we're gonna have them executed. Who would do this to my baby? Anyway, yeah. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. But Nagito is dead. He died. Look at him. He's dead. Why? For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Oh, there are a lot of stuff, I'll tell you what. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. I mean, it could have gone further. I guess he had breakfast. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh wait, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew!
I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not! This is the Spear of Gangir, right? You definitely just came up with that now.
Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What?
Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice! Damn you to hell! I see, even he doesn't know what's inside the castle. But more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the way on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. I'm about to say blood a lot of times. Jackie mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Has been added to... Oh, never mind. Okay, so let me see. We got the spear. How about his face? He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
A horrible look on his face. The blood spatter all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape. Otherwise, I won't be able to look at him. I got a minute. Sorry, excuse me. Jackie moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
I'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case...
Man.
It's no way, she's not listening.
Hey.
Yeah, but the blood splatter on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has wrinkles, like it was sticking towards the inside of his mouth, right? Like it was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. You know, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could he do something so cruel? This knife must be from the military base. Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand?
it cannot be.
And then they finish him off with a spear?
How cruel.
Now, does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could just kill him by stabbing him with the knife. Why didn't he use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? The reason they had to use the spear, huh? Ah, the sneezes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean that. Oh, there's a rope here. Let's study rope. It's tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super
There's
difficult.
something strange. So what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think the blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't that blood spatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe it's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered? Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well,
here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. Right, why is it only on this part?
see?
Just as I said, right? Strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make this blood splatter like this? Well, what about this? What if Nagito's legs are tied up? Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to Monokuma, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Even if it was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Oh come on! He's reasonably tall, he is quite fit. Why do you have to mock him like that? Does it mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Embrace the weird! Right, we done here. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Just kidding.
An oil lighter, someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
It's a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well?
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
Which means?
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are
The
right.
killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. Because of fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to the crime scene, but... my tongue. God damn it, I entered it. No, I think I want the fire grenades. Looks like a bunch of plastic balls. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. It's probably... those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinkles. Well, nevertheless, the evidence really isn't all that strange. I think I already talked about the plushie. It definitely looks like one of Monokuma's tricks, but apparently he had nothing to do with this. Then does that mean the killer did this? If so, is this one of their tricks instead? I had no idea at all. Okay. I think I'm supposed to ask people. Let's ask Sonia.
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish this class, right? Then we can think about what will happen after. Go. Very useful. Do you have something? One of us killed Nagito in such a cool way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Also useful. Is anyone supposed to say something useful? Should I sleep in thought while staring at the ceiling? What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well?
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
See?
Can you see? See that red streak? Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. It's like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Also, I like how they say it's red when it's actually pink, so it's not a knowledge inside the world that it's pink.
Like...
I'm not thinking about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen?
Huh?
He's not worried about Nagito dying. He's like, yeah, but what about the time? What's gonna happen?
That's obviously
This Ramen school
wrong.
trip is going to end, right? We can finally go back home.
Jeez.
Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that will happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey,
What do
hey!
you mean something?
Shut up!
He's making
Shut
us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
A human centipede? I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like I said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through this class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
You...
But don't bring up strange stuff like that. Akane? It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's. But it's like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter?
So...
The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file that the time of the death was noon sharp. It was at noon. What were you doing at that time? What were you doing? Well, right now it's
time.
12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. That means Nagito died 30 minutes ago.
Huh?
It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. No! Fresh seems like a bad way to describe. What is this? Some fruit? It happened 30 minutes ago. Was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
All right!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
All right!
And whoever doesn't have an alibi before you found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. Doesn't we all split up to search for the bombs? Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was that reason? So I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Yes, one step back. Okay, we have a pile of this stuff. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? Why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away. Maybe we didn't want to make this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not a problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, I kind of brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Or tried to. It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it, it's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Kinda ignored their promise, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Could it be? Was that it?
Well,
And there's something else I've been wondering. I'm glad about the flashbacks because I actually forget from week to week. Since I only play this once a week, it's, you know, like, I forget. So flashbacks are useful. These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't it clearly strange? Strange, that means we can speculate this was done intentionally. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe.
They say that weird music was playing from there.
Hmm.
You know what, that music I was playing when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. It's like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it, that music was playing from this MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but what's the killer playing music from this? Do I have more? There's the back. No. I don't know. I only have the back of the warehouse. Okay, let's ask the girls. Let's start with Sonia again. Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now I pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body. I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito said in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It's alright, it is not a bomb. Why did you know the bomb was fake? Were fake? Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. It's too early in the video for this. Sonia?
I am sorry!
I'm terribly sorry, I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito's planted bombs, you got suspicion and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late at when we all gathered?
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. But you found out that bombs at the military base were fake. Because I attempted to use one of them. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However,
That
that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it all to hell!
God damn it! Oh, to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the whole lobby. The hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us the real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he said were real as well. He saw that Nagito's actions were extremely calculated, but the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Alright, I've pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good for if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? You might be right, there are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
can you hear me?
Hey guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Jackie, the others gather around her.
I see.
I agree, I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
Huh?
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene. I can't English.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. No, alternatively, God damn it! Words hard! If there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
And it's okay if we leave this place? Absolutely.
Well,
It's okay? There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. Now, Hajime is always so goddamn dramatic, isn't he? In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. There's more? Yeah. Oh, let's go to the Monokuma Plushie factory. Because apparently we need to go there as well. Finding the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from here. From there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. About this. That reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time this message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. A time Nagito should already been killed, which means the video was recorded in advance. That's right, beside that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. Now, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Okay, so there's nothing there. Sonia!
My,
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life! Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
however...
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well,
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
do you have a
If you
minute?
hide the bomb inside the Monokuma plushie, it will make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right!
Let's rip this apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it?
Easy as pie!
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop! There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you feel is a soft weight of cotton.
I see. I see.
Alright.
However...
And where did I get to obtain the bomb he used?
Who knows?
I wonder. I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already, you should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I since I kept quiet, it was foreshadowed that the killing was gonna happen. So I'm just now telling you for the first time. I feel relieved. If the bomb wasn't from the military base or the factory, then he brought it from the octagon.
Well,
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should have not said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Wait, what did Monokuma just say was important? Like the bomb didn't come from the military base? There's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to this. Oh, okay. What a waste of time! Come on, the interesting part is the trials. Outside. So I think we need to go into the military base, right? Hold on, we gotta check. Ah, she's doing good. Damn. I think we're interested about this. A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa!
Found it! What did you find?
Huh?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife? Wait, that's... Is that the same type of knife that was stabbed in through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
All right.
So Kira-sama, who visited a military base at least once. That's everyone though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. I don't think the tank is related.
Man.
This danger place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening.
Hey!
Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they're gonna take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. Well, there is something here because it doesn't let me leave. What do you want from me? The truck. It's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However...
I thought I searched for them in the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing? No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. Were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? And if they were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. Says this with a huge ass smirk on his face. Was that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Okay, that was it. God damn it. What another waste of time! Where else was I supposed to go? We're back at the factory though. Let me think. I think that's it. Oh no, there's also Nezumi Castle. I remember. Where the spear was taken from. Which island is that? The one before this, right? So it should be 4. Wait. Weird, it says our exit, but I can't do it. Interesting. Wait, I think that Nismi Castle was this way. Hold on. I gotta check my fat piggy for... Yep, there she is. Bikini. There. Nismi Castle. And the giant hole. It's a giant hole! And there's where the spear comes from. A spear with a flash ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like that one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and the knife? Hajime asking the real questions.
well, yeah.
They could have just killed him with the knife and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary core thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. Damn, this case is giving Hajime depression. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito is trying to make us suffer, even after he's died. Well, now it's not time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated this cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Oh, hell yeah. Go back. Okay, so here's 4. Next to it is 5. So if I go this way, it should be 1. Damn, he got long legs. Hajime long legs. New species of spider. Hajime is the ultimate spider. Maybe Hajime is the ultimate reserve student. God damn it, stop pooping, you little shit. You little oinker. the whole thing do anyway? I never noticed. Do I guess increase stamina or something? It's locked. I can't go inside.
What's this?
Oh, I want to go inside Nagito's room too?
Hajime.
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Shaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy, tough
Then
crowd.
do it! It's sweet because it's made out of black beans. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine, fine.
I guess I have no choice. Just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose! Bye-bye!
See, I opened the door. You can fully investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does that door open with a spill like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Something is very out of place here. So Nagito was living here. What's he thinking inside this room? Probably depressing thoughts. Like, man, I wish someone would kill me. What's he feeling as he spent his days in here? Depression. I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. Wow, how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe a clue that might be hidden here as well. Wait, there's a Monokuma in his bathroom.
No.
Yes. What about under the bed? But for the moment, let's check this out. A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. No, Nagito was clearly into that. Could this be... Can you let me know if you found my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
A treasure box. Jackie, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Or she was just reacting. It's like a Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks like a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If it wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen. Can't English today. I feel like worse than ever. To be fair, I have a blister on my tongue, so I feel like I hear that happens quite often with streamers for some reason. Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as they were drawn by children, entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, a diary? Sorry, did Monomi write these? Probably. This picture and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5, page after page of poorly written entries continue on the notebook. I don't understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry Day 16. We've been in the fun house for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
Don't look at my notebook! Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive
I didn't ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Geez, that was close. If I had come in later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief?
No!
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student!
Hey.
That notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way?
Ta-da!
That's right, this is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
You're a liar!
Ooh,
You show up out of nowhere.
Why you?
Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. Huh? What are you saying? Just I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong!
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands.
Phew!
Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would even crush his little sister. Sorry. It's like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said you didn't write in this notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me. Hold on! That should totally run away.
Yep.
Same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really want to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Bookshelf. There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf. Oh, come on, it's not crap. It's a horsey. I love horses. And are those little owls? That's nice. And a vase. And some other crap. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later. Yeah, I agree. Maybe there's something in the bathtub? It's the bed that comes with the cottage. It looks just like the one in my room, but...
Hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn? Yeah, we should still check just in case. With no expectation and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... There's something here! It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What's this? It's not porn! I mean, I don't watch much, but even I recognize that is not it. It's like a gas mask and rubber. Why are they weirdly realistic? It's like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for?
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I picked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and a small piece of paper on the floor. Made of blue aluminum? Or is it aluminum? 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 It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. Mayonnaise? God damn it, why? I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? Might be too soon to decide that. What about the fridge? Sacks, maybe some snacks? There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice, my cousin doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? Yeah, he really likes to crack open a beer. As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown ball. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. That ball clearly isn't a drink, right? Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, it looks like it's poison. Poison! So there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that ball. Don't drop it. Stop it! If you were like that, I'm going to get nervous. I grabbed the ball with my trembling hands and began reading the warning label on the back of the ball. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. It sure looks like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. The refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. Apply to the bomb.
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right? He was
Perhaps.
probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? How dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the ball? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. What about this poison? Huh?
See?
It's like the ball is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? And I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using the poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on this island? What the hell? Like, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? That is dedication! And of course, can we have the bookshelf now?
Well,
You see, a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. I'm sorry, no one is watching you stream. I'm the only one here. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Secret Account, for coming. I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. That happens from time to time. Do not concern yourself, because I am not. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
yep.
I'll leave it to you then. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know, there might be private stuff there. Like, you know, some suspicious looking maggots. I am just a tad bit curious. But that might be true, but...
See?
So I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded, god damn it, the big words, to do this without realizing it. English is not my first language. I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Huh? Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal! Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really was only my information, then why is this file so thick? Why is it thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I found out you had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others, Kazuichi, Furihiko, Akanes, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass! I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height, weight, and so forth. But there's one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Did something happen? Oh well, I just found a strange file. Is that a special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final bedroom? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles everyone on the island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here.
I like how Hajime's mouth is still gaping open.
But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but...
The file! His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togame.
That's so nice that they can read their own stuff from time to time. But I'm opening another closed one. Got it! It's a long game and has a lot of reading.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if the name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pays me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life,
Too bad.
it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking for those profiles, right? Huh? I turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could have barely been considered a student profile. On that page, I was able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter.
Ta-da!
True identity. He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate alpha and progeny, Byakuya Togami. A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprising enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate impersonator has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing? Oh god, I'm such a mess. You know what? I'm glad nobody's watching.
so cool.
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters have skill like that. Then he was lying to us the whole time?
But still.
But he couldn't help it. Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
That was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway,
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I expect that my skeptical nature is probably to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. A long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on that context, if I had to guess,
No,
maybe he was just
no.
complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time.
Shing!
But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Phew.
The Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monomi or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at his 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course.
Obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just that file. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by a Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct.
It would be funny if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
And we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about
Was that a wise
this?
decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up. Wait.
Bye-bye.
Hey, excuse me for a moment. Yup.
What is most important for living things?
To not die.
Well, personally, I think time is.
Same thing.
I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right?
So, still dying.
That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. How many times do you plan on saying this? I get it. It's the last class trial. You even highlighted it 3 times. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the timeline, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once? That would not make much sense, right?
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that cannot be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together, yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. I'm sure. I'm sure it will. Stop pooping. I'm not even feeding you. Where's the poop coming from?
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed.
Stupid fool!
So it's going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course
Why
not.
can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I had to pull out all the stops. What the fuck, why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us!
I'll beat you up!
Stop it, Rabbit, you just shut up! Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I have finally realized after losing my powers. I have realized that cursing your powerlessness on your face accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I don't really know, but she seemed different from before. Maybe she really read a self-help book.
Wait.
With her eyes, she looks so determined.
You...
What can you tell just by looking at those bottom eyes? Hey, those understand with the bottom eyes. Make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he starts talking during the trial. Fine.
But still.
Somehow I understand what Monimi is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Be thankful! They're going to read their own voice lines and you can hear like actual, voices and not just me reading everyone in the same monotone voice. Isn't that nice? There's still more reading until then, but this is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. And it glitched away.
Yeah.
We celebrated right. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we finish.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
But Kira managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. It's bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? You'll find out soon enough.
Well now.
Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Just fucking start this already!
Hey!
This is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
It sure is. So you gotta show your enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Did I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there was also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way you can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial building with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Yes, I would like to save the current progress, thank you very much. I don't think I have any skills. Yeah, I got this one. Yep, I don't have anything.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
if this is your first time watching.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
Wait, how is he having 2 hits when I only saw him hit once?
One more time!
Oh, there's a second one.
Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Okay.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
We haven't even started their accusing each other. The trainer killer who murdered Nagito. Is he right? Are they the same person? Or? Torture ones?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
No. As usual, Kazuki's dumb.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Right off the bat, huh?
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down! But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got in. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Hold on,
Like
hold
you
on.
said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him...
Oh shit.
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... They ducked... Whew, that was close, you guys.
God damn it.
Damn it!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was... You'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
No, I'm already getting beaten.
Pay attention, this is how... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Oh, fuck.
Damn it!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was... You'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he
I don't know
supposed
which
to
one
answer
is it.
anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
How is that supposed to hope? Ah!
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
No, that's not how... Ah!
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
God damn it! I don't know what it wants from me.
Pay attention, this is... First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Fuck. No, it's so stupid! Oh. What does it want from me and how? Okay, stupid, okay, I lost, okay.
This is my...
Yes, I would like to.
We will never give up!
God damn it. I think it's torture ones.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth... You'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys.
Okay, I think it's this one.
Damn it!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth... You'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Day
Damn
one?
it!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
How is it so fucking
But if you
hard?
keep his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nag and got information about the bomb's Then, after they killed him,
Allow me to cut through those words. No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth,
I
they
am
did
so
not need to
upset.
hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
A liar?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
We're all going to die.
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Oh boy. It's probably the liar. Monokuma panels.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they
So
tipped
happy
over
about
the
it.
lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
How did I miss? It was there. Now I have to
The direct cause
hear
of the
whole
fire
thing.
was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer
Yes.
used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire
Man,
with the
I
lighter.
just listen, it's wrong.
Some kind of setup?
And I'm using baby
Did they
difficulty
use the
too.
oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door.
There, caught you, you
I
little
agree
shit!
with that.
So probably gonna lose at least once more.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
I mean, I thought we established that.
A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Okay, one thing to hide the domino. Wait, what? Hold on, hold on. I have no clue. I really have no clue. Shit!
Crap!
Ah, wrong button. God damn it. Well, it's a timer reset. Hold on, maybe. Okay, it's not a Monokuma file. It's not that. Not that either. Is this one?
I see!
The MP3 player?
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm dumb. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? Let's not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
You got this stuck again? Yeah, it's stuck in. It's fine. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not a problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Into those words, I kind of brushed off everyone's warning and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening? Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? Just gonna use a little more force. What happened to opening slowly? I kind of ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Bam.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse... I see, so the point Shaki's talking about was...
I see!
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Wait, are we gonna blame Nagito?
This is my answer!
Yeah, we are.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Maybe.
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
I mean, the guy was nuts. Do you actually kinda don't believe it? To be fair, we did mention that whoever did it must have hated Nagito so much. Who would hate Nagito so much? But Nagito himself.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible to think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Aren't we all? Burn rope.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Is that actually the first one?
To actually tie up your own...
Yeah, it was the first
No,
one.
that's wrong.
Wow, impressive. It was the first one, guys. This game is
Hold on
giving
a
me
sec.
paranoia.
Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
His right sleeve.
I see!
Do you? I don't.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
My cat is naughty.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only she tried to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Yeah, Hajime, defend that couple.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Damn. You stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. There's definitely an answer for this. And you have the Monokuma plushie.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If you threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Nope.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
There it is.
I agree with that.
Of course you do. Okay, we're not
A
doing
life-size
survival.
Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
It's not about
After
the fact that
stabbing his
those-
hand, he no longer needed the plushie. So he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
I'm no expert, but I think the creepy factor on the doll is the fact that its hair grows, and not the fact that it grows too long, you know?
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, And as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so
There
big
it is,
and
there
thick,
it is.
you would die instantly.
There it is!
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Someone threw something at him.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
I'm laughing because my cat is actually messing around trying to get into the kitchen, but I can't because I'm streaming and...
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
I'm sorry, but the murder so far was someone got thrown from a height, someone got hanged, and someone got their throat slit. That was the most vicious one. And then we had the stabby from the first one. And then there was a bonk in the head. And that's how murder counts. I'm sorry, but all things considered, it wasn't so bad.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer. But suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
No, actually, we made it this far because Nagito was giving us the answers. We were
Everyone
screwed.
working together.
We made it through several ordeals up until now by doing that. And also sacrificing people down the line. And even now.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's lose. I mean win. I think it's blood on the left hand.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong.
You teach him. You teach him.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Bend him over the knee and spank him.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
I like how it says look, as if they have. Do they have pictures? Did someone take pictures?
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What's Nagito's left hand doing when the bullet splattered? Gripping!
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand.
I'm a bit distracted.
That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's a problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think?
Come on, Chiaki, you're the only brain cell.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
But did that kind of hit her or not?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear was he holding on to? The cord?
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides, right? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Now we just keep bullying Chiaki until she gives us all the answers. Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, well, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... That's it, could it be? Spear stabbed Nagito perpendicularly and he was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those facts together along with what I found at the warehouse and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Ooh, it's logic dive time! Logic dive! No, Hajime's mind's really weird. See, full of bees. Ooh. Ooh! God damn it, that spooked me! There! Fuck. Okay, question now, where was the spear just before? Above. A. Okay, I mean, what is that? What the hell is that? Hajime, what the hell is going on in your mind? We should... God damn it, it juked me! What in the... Question 2. Side spear while also was above a ceiling. Oh, garter. A. I was on the right track. Oh no 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 no. Well, at least these ones are predictable, not the one that, not this little bitch. Oh, I saved myself somehow. Oh, they're smarty pants. They just stopped. They just there to trick you. They just stop right before actually hitting you. What item connects well with the spear's cord? Hey, we did it! I wish you gave me a heart back.
It's all coming together!
Yeah, it is! Who's coming?
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
He said I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. The mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he died. That's the form his malice took. You know how well for my malice takes me ending it here. I keep pressing the wrong button. That was it. Time's up. We will see what if Nagito actually did it or not in the next episode. Next week at the same hour. We're almost close to finishing. If you reach this far, you can give me advice on what to do after Danganronpa. I'm gonna probably make a community post. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Good night.